Football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Push him back. Push him back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27th, Mahomes. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Henry. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Derrick Henry standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down to score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Henry powering forward. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Derrick Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Redskins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike Bobo, pick me up. Here we go. 44.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
On the ready. Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike.
Off play action. Stanley. He's going to go deep for Beasley. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd and 7. Mahomes flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve Griff.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley flushed out right. Now on the run. That's caught at the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And he finds Beasley complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 10.
This is Carson. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1 yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's got his target. That's more. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They run it with Carson, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, Ridley.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. That one good for 33 and a first.
Let's go now. 18 games.
A first down carry for Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Off the play fake. Stanley. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Off play action. Stanley. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw. Stanley. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Looking to throw. Stanley. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Trent Taylor, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
70, Indy.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
90, Wolf.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
General snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stanley. Hard throw, incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Mike 59. Mike 59. Switch up. Switch up.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go, D.
Hey, Ribley. Right side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Throwing on third and long. Stanley. And, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Stanley taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. Forbath to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st and 10, Stanley. And caught by Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Trent Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Come on, set. 60 or. Rock it. Get it.
They give, running right, Lindsay. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now Forbath for the extra point. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Forbath to add the extra point. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Forbath for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 20. Nine-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They keep it with Henry on first down. The strong running. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Henry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here in OT. They're going for it on fourth. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and sneak it here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion. We're just shy of the marker. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Mahomes now on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. To throw again on second down. Mahomes is going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Redskins, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.